Hey everyone, this is a session to give you a quick demo around what we have progressed with KRS, a kubetools recommender system, which is a GenAI powered recommender system for your Kubernetes cluster. So let us get started. So I have a two node Kubernetes cluster running as a control plane as well as a node 1. So let's get started. The first thing which I'm going to do, clone KRS repo. It should not take much time. Get into the repo, try to run setup.sh to set a few of the files, and by now it should be up and running. Next, I would go ahead and do a pip install, which definitely you require Python for this, but it should not take much time. I will click on pip install dot, and it is going to set up few of the necessary files for the Kubernetes as well as install KRS on your machine. Now, once I do this, we already get a KRS installed up and running on your system. So I have a KRS, and there are a couple of commands like init to initialize the server and the loader, right? So let's go ahead and initialize the KRS. And once you initialize it, you will get a successful message saying like service in initialize and scanner loaded. The next thing which I'm going to do here is one of the thing which I have done here under the samples, there are a couple of tools which you see here, right? So let me remove few of them. Okay, but let's follow this guide and try to install few of the packages like Helm, right? Which is quite popular. We have a cube view which I can go ahead and install it, and I can even install the Grafana just to give an idea about, okay, if I have such kind of a tools which is already installed on my machine, how it detects those tools, right? So let's go ahead and scan it. Now once I go ahead and say click on KRS scan, it will go through each of the files. So let me show you how it works. So we have, I'll go back to this and then click on KRS scan. It will scan your cluster and give you all the name of the tools which you have in your cluster, right? So you have seen that these are the tools which we install, right? So the next step will be, because we are talking about the recommendation, right? I can run KRS recommend, which gives me the recommendation of the tools, as well as it also try to find out in the CNCF landscape which of the tools are listed. So few of the tools are in incubating stage, few of them are the graduated, and few of them are already on the top. Say Grafana is something which you are using in the best. I can even go ahead and come up with, so this is a recommendation which we are giving, and this recommendation is coming from all the social media job posting. We have an internal tool which can help you to find out, okay, which is the most popular Kubernetes tool in the market, because there are around more than 700 to 800 tools. It helps you give some kind of a recommendation. I can even go ahead and export this on my in the form of the JSON format. I can quickly show you here. I can export it in the form of the JSON. Now let's go with the other options where you can go ahead and detect the fix, right? If there is any issue in your Kubernetes cluster, how are you going to fix that? So you run KRS health. It will help you to choose the model provider for health check. So I select one. It's an OpenAI. It will install OpenAI specific packages. For OpenAI, I will need some kind of API keys, which it will ask. I will just go ahead and install the API keys, and it will ask me about, okay, which model you want. So I selected GPT 3.5. Now, since it scans the Kubernetes cluster, it gives you all the namespaces which you use in the cluster. So by default, there are around 7 different namespaces. I'm going to choose 4. And under the 4, how many pods and what are the list of the pods it is running. So let's select 7, which is Kube API server. It will extract the logs, it will see what are the error message, and it will right away display those error messages in terms of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, so right now if you see, there are 7 different messages. Now since it is a GPT, I should be able to chat what is log 1 all about. Okay, so since it collected all the logs, so it says like, okay, The log entry is providing this in this, and when I say log 1 it states authentication unable to answer, and then how shall I fix log 1? So I'm just specifying the error messages, what it is displaying, and it says like, okay, to fix the authentication issue mentioned in log 1, these are the things: it regenerated the bearer token, renew the service account token, update the credential, test the authentication, monitor and maintain, and all of this thing, right? So which means that in one way it is helping you with all those Gen AI powered recommendation system. Other way you can even troubleshoot it. So down the line, we are planning to introduce support for local AI. Right now, you can find it in the pre-release version. But if you are really interested to learn more about KRS, I would say the best way would go to the github.com, Cube Tools, C and KRS, and you can see all those instruction whatever I've suggested. We have tested in the Docker Desktop, Minikube, GKE, all the leading cloud, even in the DigitalOcean Kubernetes cluster. And one of the things which we are trying to do here is support for local AI. Uh, Today we support OpenAI and Hugging Face, but for the local AI, if you want to download the model locally to your machine and try it out, you can. It will still work. So we'll bring you all the update. We are also planning to build some kind of KRS Docker extension. The work is in progress. We have completed 70% work, and yes, so this is a quick update. And also to give you an idea, like we have also come up with some kind of ranking.kubetools.io where you can find all those ranks which is listed. You can click on each one of this link, and these are the scoring which provides with our internal algorithm which we run, which ranks all those different category and the tools, right? So with this, thanks a lot.